Hi everyone. So in this video, I'm just going to be extending on the stuff I covered in my last video, going through a few trickier questions as well as showing you how you can use a calculator to do a fair few things a lot quicker. So let's first of all get into it by saying, find the equation of the tangent to f of x at x equals 3, where f of x is equal to e to the x minus 3 plus 7. Now, for you SL people watching this, you're probably going to go, hang on, how am I supposed to derive this to find the gradient? And that's intentional. I'm making it something that is very, very difficult to actually, well, for SL, you don't need to derive it. For HL, I believe you do, but we'll cover that in a later video. But for now, I'm just showing how you can find the equation of a tangent through the calculator. So, what we need to also acknowledge is when we find the equation of a tangent, we need to go through the same process of writing that checklist up. So, x1, y1, and m. Now, x1, of course, I've given x equals 3. And then to find y1, we can just sub in x equals 3 into f of x. But I'm not going to do that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to menu, go to graph, and I'm going to put the equation of the line over of f of x into the equation. So we have e to the power of x minus 3 plus 7. I'm also going to fix up the v window because that's clearly not enough to show everything. Yep, there we go. Move it up a bit. There we go. Now what I can do is, what we first of all need to do is we need to go to settings. So we're going to go shift and menu, because if we press shift and menu, it gives us setup. So we're going to go to setup, and then we're going to turn derivative on. Then what that does is if we exit now and graph it, what I can press is sketch right here, press tangent, and then I get to move a slider around. Now instead of just finding the point, I can just write down the number by typing it in. So we have at x equals 3, so I'm just going to type the number 3, and it gives us x is 3. Press execute, and bam, we have gotten our x point, our y point, and our derivative at that point. And that's the same thing as, the derivative at that point is the same thing as the gradient at that point. So we've got an x point and our y point and our derivative. We can just add that to our checklist. So 3, our y point is 8. Oops, 8. And then our derivative is 1. So now we can find the equation of the tangent by doing the point gradient form. So y minus y1 is equal to mx minus x1. So therefore, we know y1 is 8. So y minus 8 is equal to m, which is 1. X minus, and we know x1 is 3. So we're going to get y minus 8 is equal to x minus 3. Y is equal to x plus 5. And there we go. We have gotten the equation of the tangent. Now that's part A. Let's say for part B, I said, now for part B, I'm going to say find the equation of the normal to f of x at x equals 3. So we're going to keep f of x the same. F of x is equal to e to the x minus 3 plus 7. Now, we've still got a good old graph here. Now what we can do is we can go sketch and then sketch the normal of it through norm, and then put in the x coordinate, which we know is 3, and press enter. However, the d on dx value is not the gradient of the line. It's not this gradient. The dy on dx is still just the derivative at that point. So we know that our xy1 and x1s and y1s are the same. x1 is 3, y1 is 8, but the m will be different. So f dash of 2, we know, is 1, as given over here. However, that is the gradient at that point for the tangent. So they do not change the derivative value when you put the normal graph in. Please note that they are not changing it. They are just giving you the derivative at that point for the tangent. So to find the gradient of the normal, we need to use the strategy we used last lesson, and that is to make the negative reciprocal. So therefore, m is going to be the negative reciprocal of this. So minus 1 over f dash of 2, which is the same thing as minus 1 over 1, which is minus 1. So now we've gotten our 3 ingredients to graph. So y minus y1 is equal to m x minus x1. Y minus 8 is equal to minus 1 x minus 3. Expand that out. Y minus 8 is equal to minus x plus 3. Therefore, y is equal to minus x plus 11. Yep, and as you can see, if I press enter, it actually gives me the final equation of that normal right there. So you can press execute and it'll give you the equation of the line. But some things might actually ask to do the working out. So that's why I'm showing you the process behind that all. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to go through a question where you can't really get the calculator to do everything for you. So let's say the gradient to the normal, the gradient of the normal to the curve y equals kx squared minus 2x plus 1 at point 1b is minus 1 over 4. Find k and b. So let's go through the details of what they've given us. In this case, they have given us the gradient of the normal to the curve. And what they haven't given us is all the values inside that curve. So let's rewrite that. We have y is equal to kx squared minus 2x plus 1. Now we know the gradient of the normal at the point 1b is minus 1 over 4. So the second they've given us a gradient of something, our first instinct should be usually to derive it. So let's just derive this. Y dash is going to be, drag the power down, so it's going to be 2 times k, so 2kx to the power of 2 minus 1, which is 1, minus 2. That'll just become minus 2, and the 1 disappears. Which is the same thing as 2kx minus 2. Now we said, at point 1b, gradient of the normal is minus 1 over 4. Therefore, the gradient of the tangent at 1b is going to be the negative reciprocal of the gradient of the normal, because we know that the tangent and the normal are perpendicular. Therefore, the gradient of each respective one is the negative reciprocal of the other. So if this gradient is negative 1 over 4 for the normal, we know the tangent is going to be the negative reciprocal, so 4 over 1, and then times by minus 1. So that'll cancel out and become positive 4. Therefore, we know that if we find the first derivative, that gives us the gradient of the tangent. So therefore, if we sub in 1b, therefore, if we sub in x equals 1 for y dash, then it will equal 4. Because we know the gradient of the tangent of the curve at x equals 1 is 4. But we also know the first derivative is this. But if the first derivative gives the gradient of the tangent, we can equate the two. So therefore, we know y dash is going to be, if we sub in x equals 1, 2k times 1 minus 2, which is going to be 2k minus 2. But we also know that y dash equals 4, the gradient at that point. So therefore, we make them equal to each other. 4 equals 2k minus 2. 2k is equal to 6. K is equal to 3. Now what we can do is we can sub it back in. We know y is going to equal kx squared minus 2x plus 1. Okay, now that we have that, we can sub in k equals 3. So y is equal to 3x squared minus 2x plus 1. And we know we have coordinate 1b. Remember, b was the other thing we needed to find. We found k, but we haven't found b. Now to find that, we know that if we sub in x equals 1, the y value will be b. So we know b is going to be 3 times 1 squared minus 2 times 1 plus 1. So b is equal to 3 minus 2 plus 1, which is going to be 2. And there we go. We have solved for both K and B. Let's do another question. Gradient. Okay, the gradient of the normal to the function f of x is equal to ax squared plus bx plus 1 at the point 1 minus 2 is 1. Find a and b. So that's the question. Now let's go through a similar process that we did last time. They have given us the gradient of a function, but they've given us the gradient of the normal. So first things first, whenever they say gradient, that usually means we need to derive. So we know f of x is equal to ax squared plus bx plus 1. So to derive it, we can find f dash of x, which is going to be, drag the 2 down, 2 times a, 2a, x to the power of 1 plus b, and the plus 1 disappears. Now we know that if we sub in, okay, let's rewrite this. We know the gradient of normal at x equals 1, because it's at 1, 2, so that's when x equals 1. The gradient of the normal at x equals 1 is positive 1. Is 1. Therefore, the gradient of the tangent at that point is going to be, at x equals 1, is the negative reciprocal of 1, which is minus 1. Therefore, we know f dash of 1 is equal to minus 1, because we know that f dash of when x equals 1 will give the gradient of the tangent, which we just worked out is minus 1. We also know f dash of 1 is when we sub in 1 into here. So f dash of 1 is equal to 2a times 1 plus b. F dash of 1 is 2a plus b. We also know f dash of 1 is equal to minus 1, so equate them. Minus 1 is equal to 2a plus b. Now, we can't really do much with that right now because we have two unknowns, a and b. So we're going to leave that as equation 1 and go back to our information to see if we can make a new equation. And if you look at the details, we have found the first derivative, we've used the gradient stuff over here and here, and we've used that x equals 1. So that's all the information we have used. Usually if you're stuck on a question, you should look for the information that they've given that you haven't used yet. And as we can see, I have not used when that y equals minus 2 when x equals 1. So let's rewrite that. We know f of 1 is equal to minus 2 as given over here. We also know that f of x is equal to ax squared plus bx plus 1. So if we sub in f of 1 over here, we're going to get a times 1 squared plus b times 1 plus 1, which is the same thing as a plus b plus 1. Therefore, we know this f of 1 is the same thing as this f of 1. So we can equate the two. Minus 2 is equal to a plus b plus 1. Move that 1 to the other side. Minus 3 is equal to a plus b. And now we've got an equation 2. So now that we have two equations and we have two unknowns, we can just use the simultaneous solver in the calculator to solve for our answer. So menu, equation, simultaneous, and two unknowns for a and b. So now first of all, we put the coefficients of a and b, so that's 2 and 1 respectively. 1, and then we put in the answer it equals, so minus 1. Similarly, we put the coefficients of a and b, which is 1 and 1 respectively, and then that equals minus 3. Now that we have that, we get the first one, x or a. So we're going to get a equals 2, b equals minus 5, and there we go. Okay, so that concludes my coverage of how to look for tangents and normals and for doing some trickier questions that involve a bit of algebra. So I'll see you all in the next video.